Good evening and welcome to the 137th annual commencement exercise of Grandville High School. We are very proud of the accomplishments of our students and look forward to their continued contributions as doctors, accountants, ministers, artists, musicians, teachers, business professionals, and parents of the future. On a wonderful evening such as this, it is appropriate and important that we all remember the role that each of us here have played in raising these young adults to this point in their lives, and may we bless them as they leave us to continue their learning in college, in the military, or on-the-job training as they continue to better prepare themselves to face the challenges of each of their tomorrows. I am confident in stating that the members of the class of 2019 are well prepared. It is my privilege to introduce our platform guests tonight. You may hold your applause until all guests are introduced. Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Roger Barra. Assistant High School Principal, Mrs. Caroline Ernst. Assistant High School Principal, Mr. Mike Kennedy. Assistant High School Principal, Mr. Toon Nguyen. Board of Education President, Mr. Bob Wondergem. Board of Education Vice President, Mrs. Christy Buck. Board of Education Treasurer, Mr. Bob Persky. Board of Education Secretary, Mrs. Barb Palmer. Board of Education Trustee, Mr. Chris Orm. Board of Education Trustee, Mrs. Kim Klein. And Board of Education Trustee, Mr. Jason Hybor. I would also like to recognize our faculty. We are truly blessed to have the very best teachers and support staff. They have been there to challenge and support these students through their time at Grandville High School, and I'm grateful to work with such a dedicated and driven group of professionals. Our gowns and hoods colors vary depending on which university and degree of each individual. Additionally, tonight I would like to recognize Ms. Carrie Weiss, who is the senior class advisor. Her work to help this year be special for our seniors was much appreciated by not only the students, but by me as well. You may have noticed the various cords that some of our students were wearing as they entered this evening. On the back of your program, you can find an explanation for each of the colors for the cords and what they represent. However, tonight I want to recognize one group that we should all appreciate and honor. These are the Grandville Bulldogs who have enlisted in the armed forces to protect us and defend our freedom. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to our country. We are proud of you and glad to call you Bulldogs. Would the students who are wearing the red, white, and blue cords please stand up? It is now my pleasure to introduce tonight's speaker. It is our custom to have the senior class president give the commencement address. Our speaker tonight is Carolyn Lamb. Daughter of Duke and Nicole Lamb, Carolyn will attend Michigan State University next year to study psychology. She has been an outstanding leader during her 4 years at Grandville High School. She has excelled both academically and athletically, has been an excellent role model for others. I have no doubt that Carolyn will continue to grow as a leader and will emerge as the top of whatever field she chooses to pursue. Please welcome Carolyn Lamb, Senior Class President.
Good evening. First, I want to thank Mr. Langto for those kind words. Before I go on, a word of caution. There's a chance I will probably cry before the end of this speech. Those of you that know me know that I didn't go a day last week without tears. But that being said, let's give it a go. Wow, seniors. Can we take a minute and just acknowledge that we did it? We're here at graduation, moments away from receiving our diplomas. It is an insane, incredible, and at times was an overwhelming goal that we have been working towards since the first day in kindergarten. And tonight, it is my honor to stand in front of you and congratulate you, class of 2019. We did it, and we should be incredibly proud of ourselves. It's interesting because tonight we all get to close a chapter in our individual story. It's a unique chapter for each of us, one with different highs and lows. And yet, it's a part of our story that we share together. I suppose what I'm trying to say here is, no one else knows what it's like to be the GHS graduating class of 2019. Since the time we were in diapers, listening to our parents read Dr. Seuss books, we've learned that every book has its own unique story to share. High school is one of our unique stories. Coming from middle school, we had no idea that high school was going to be a whole other level, especially with the air conditioning. That was a game changer. Well, not for my fellow Century Park friends. Being a freshman was realizing that you may inhale pounds of baby powder and that there is indeed a right side of the hallway system. Then came sophomore year. A few of us faced the chaotic parking lot and even learned that Karpowitz is always on the lookout for illegal parking. Junior year, we took on the upperclassman label and proved that we were capable of managing AP classes, going out to KCTC, and the mind-boggling SAT. That year, we started looking ahead to the future and realizing that real life was just one schedule away from reality. And now, here we are, senior year. It's been a year full of laughs. Last homecoming assembly, last dances, last tests, last practices, last concerts, you get the idea. But ironically, it was also a year of firsts. First senior Sundays, first college acceptances, first real jobs, first time out for lunch, well, for some of us, and maybe even the first conversation with someone we didn't know. It might even be the first time we started to realize that our lives were soon going to change in big, exciting, and scary ways. Each of our stories are made up of dynamic individual characters who impact, influence, and help shape our stories. High school helped to provide a handful of those characters in our lives. We owe a large piece of our growth to those around us, to our teachers who have guided our knowledge and also pushed us to become better students and people. Thank you for passing on a curiosity for learning that we can take beyond high school. Thank you to our coaches for motivating us to always work hard at whatever we do and for providing an environment that allowed us to do what we are passionate about. To our administrators and high school secretaries, your dedication and care has shown us what a supportive, extraordinary community Grandville is, and for that we will always be grateful. Most importantly, a wholehearted thank you to our families, guardians, and role models for standing beside us and supporting us in whatever we do. Your love and devotion has shaped us into the young men and women we are today. You've stood by us in our successes, picked us up after our failures, and have told us that we have the power to be whoever we want to be. One of the beautiful things about the stories we've read and the lives we lead is that they each have meaning and purpose. Over the last 4 years, high school has helped to give us purpose and meaning too. Yes, we have learned how to take derivatives, how to psychoanalyze our peers, and how to ask where the bathroom is in Spanish, but we've also learned lessons we can take beyond these doors. I'd like to share with you 4 lessons I'm hoping to live by, and I hope they are an encouragement to you in this next chapter of life. I'm encouraging you to get out of your comfort zone, have appreciation for where you've come from and where you've been, find your passion, and work to the best of your ability. We often hear, get out of your comfort zone. They call it a comfort zone for a reason. It's comfortable, it's easy, and it feels safe. Yet here we are getting ready to walk out of this comfort zone we call high school. Remember when we were the fear-filled freshmen who didn't know anybody? Well, I do. I remember walking into that big building and not knowing what to expect. Everything around us was different. It's safe to say we can all remember a time we felt sheer embarrassment walking into a room full of strangers just because we thought biology class was actually where history was. Sorry for that one, Mrs. Slattery. Although freshman year was a blur and we got lost one too many times, we managed to find ways to stretch out of our comfort zones as we replaced feeling lost to feeling like we belonged. A few of us joined the soccer team, others joined the green team, and we even started a gaming club. We branched out and made friends, not only in our grade, but with the upperclassmen we looked up to. These experiences helped build the foundation for the people we are now. We faced some of our fears, we've grown stronger, become independent, curious, and so much more simply because we went outside of our comfort zones. We are learning who we are. Some of us, the luckier ones, even know what we want to do with the rest of our lives. From the wise words of George Adair, everything you've ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear. So whether it be college, a job, a relationship, or whatever you encounter, never forget it's okay to be the scared little freshman, because along with that, you're capable of anything you want. It's just on the other side of your comfort zone. In order to know where we are going, we have to know and have appreciation for where we've been. Grandville High School has been one of our many comfort zones. We've spent countless hours learning, creating memories, and falling into a daily steady routine. Imagine a few months from now. We won't have to deal with the chaos in the parking lot, the secret notes in the bathroom stalls, or the daily Chromebook shutdown. We are all going to find ourselves in a new place in life. Some of us off in college, others off to trade school, and a few of us into the workforce. Luckily, though, Grandville has given us a place to always call home. It celebrates who we are and where we have come from. Take a moment to slow down and appreciate all that is around you. Appreciate the friendships and the relationships you have and maybe have had. Appreciate the good times and the bad times. Wherever you are in your journey, I hope when you look back, Grandville will remind you to be appreciative. May you always appreciate what you have and appreciate how far you've come. You would not be where you are without the people and the experiences that have led you here. This place that we call home has given us an opportunity to try new things, experience new clubs, meet new people, create, grow, take risks, and discover things we love. Luckily, because of this, we all have something that makes us feel sane, something that brings us to center. As high school has come to an end, we may not have our clubs, competitions, sporting events, and any other extracurriculars, but we will always have something that we are passionate about. Whether it be drawing, running, making music, or building robots, reading, or maybe even working with numbers, I think the incredible thing about passions is they can be ever-changing. Find what brings you joy and never let it go. In any book we've ever read, the main character has faced challenges, seen success, and even defeat. In high school, you've worked hard at your academics, your sports, your friendships, and even at yourself. Just because high school is over and you've successfully reached that goal, don't stop working hard now. You're only given one chance in life. You have the capacity to achieve whatever dreams you may have. Set your goals high and never stop fighting for them. Now, our stories have brought us here, to graduation. It's really quite incredible that our own remarkable stories has brought us to this place, creating an end to this chapter in our lives. We would not be here without one another. Some of our stories will continue to intertwine, while others will come to an end. But I stand in front of you tonight, grateful that I get to share this chapter with you. Thank you for letting me be a part of your stories. Whether we become nurses, makeup artists, engineers, or teachers, or whatever comes next, never forget what high school taught you. I hope you will step out of your comfort zones, be appreciative of where you've come from, find your passion, and work hard at whatever you do. Live your life with curiosity, because as Natasha Bedingfield sings, the rest is still unwritten. So go write your ending, class of 2019. Here's to us, we did it. Thank you.
Before we begin announcing the graduates from the class of 2019, I want to take a moment to remember one student from this class that passed away too soon. Please join me in a moment of silence for Haley Donjakowski. Haley was a high-achieving student who would have successfully completed all the graduation requirements for Grandville High School in the state of Michigan. Tonight, I will present an honorary diploma sleeve to her family to honor her academic excellence.
Good evening. I can tell we have a very excited audience tonight, but I would like to start, before we start calling names, by making a request for the class of 2019 that we ask that you please hold your applause until each student's name has been called. Additionally, we ask that any cheering or noisemakers be left until the end of the ceremony so that each family has the opportunity to hear their student's name. Thank you so much. Sydney Renee Wisniewski. Charity Ann Clausen. Victor Kibbet Chemjor. Daniel Terrence Westra. Jordan Nicole West. Dakota Scott Hammond. Lindsay Rochelle Travis. Jeremy Michael Sano. Jayla Marie Divers. Haley Nicole Yeeke. Tatiana Tirado. Jasmine Velez. Amir Dejan Ducre. Griffin Michael Vandersloot. Aubrey Faye Bryant. Emily Jean Medley. Reese Alexander Maury. David Allen Mumbauer. Damian Isaiah Napier. Keith Darnell Bush Marsaw Jr. Elena Marie Nisper. Ashton Paul Nystrom. Donovan Charles O'Mara. Lucas Casimir Orzakowski. Sejat Singh Panu. Brianna Lynn Perry. Destiny Ann Plamondon. William Albert James Walker. Michael William Prindle. Fabiola Rocha Garcia. Molly Elizabeth Reynolds. Jonathan William Stolzenberg. Ethan James Grant. Caden Lee Karsten Koopman. Nicholas Alexander Smith. Seva Kalyan Terberg. Zachary Logan Riemersma. Catherine Tremino. Natalie Joy Vandertol. Limerette Vargas Pagan. Alicia Nicole Bowman. Dustin Richard Brown. Max Robert Brown. Audrey Lane McRoy, Brandon Fraser Casey, Corey Thomas Dillon, Jalen Michelle Doyle, James Joseph Ingram, Joshua Matthew Duncan, Ethan Nathaniel Fair, Anna Shea Sutherland, Malicia Celia Marie Hernandez, Nicholas Christopher Baker, Andrew Michael Hybor, Destiny Reese Holloman, Marcus Jacob Jones, Emily Nicole Kelly, Vanessa Lauren Knight, Ellie Maria Korienik, Alexander Jordan Kwilinski, Victoria Elizabeth Lawrence, Addison Taylor Lehman, Louise Olson Ebert, Dennis James McGraw, Rachel Antoinette Malone, Rachel Sue Markowski, Connor James Swanson, Skylar Ann McEwen, Caitlin Elizabeth McGovern, Sarah Paige Orm, Sawyer Brooks Heisma, Brendan Michael Lees, Sophia Louise Dieters, Hathan Nathaniel Wade, Emily June Schultz, Ethan Edgar Caswell, Eric Acevedo Escobedo, Spencer Stephen Morse, Carlos Dura Bays, Austin James Weissmiller, Matthew Glenn Martell, Lauren Kelly Scap, Lauren Ann Dykstra, Bradley Allen Odell, Christopher James Adams, Chase Andrew Slack, Cassidy Autumn Chenlow, Marco Leon Martinez, Marshall Bacon Jr., Brianna Jade Adams, Sarah Arizola. Shane David Armstrong. Jose Barranco III. Elena Nichelle Beasley. Ian David Belgraff. Ryan Christopher Benjamin. Christopher Julian Salgado. Nicholas Allen Scott. John Bennett Miller. Joel Stephen Myers. Trinity Elizabeth Miedema. Michael Brandon Rivas. Emmy Rose Ziegler. Jaylee Letitia Colon. Evan Jacob Dyke. Sophia Noel Hopkins. Holly Ann Muckley. Ellie Hannah Clark. Lauren Marie Dittmer. Morgan Elizabeth Smith. Rebecca Lynn Tran. Laura Joy Kuzmitz. Dylan Michael Roloffs. Zachary Keith Bennick. Caleb Andrew Rose. Parker Douglas Lane. Reagan Elizabeth Heinz. Alexa Nicole DeCam. Avielle Marie Dahl. Lily Ann Wolkowitz. Taryn Viola Van Lake. Aubrey Catherine Scott. Taylor Nicole Tolliver. Cameron Barrett Swan.
Julia Taylor Monroe. Carly Marie Dykstra. Michaela Shea Vela. Fabian Jr. Quinones. Emmeline Rose Burry. Ananias Mapavenea Mapavenimana. Cecilia May Lawbaugh. Corinne Schuyler Fales. Bryce William Sanderson. Joshua Brian Lawrence. Nate Edward Nielsen. Shane Michael Baker. Priscilla Ray Ensign. L. Madison Frazier. Brooke Elaine Coster. Abigail Catherine Belisco. Isaiah Rivera. Noah William Pastor. Miley Christine Isinga. Zachary Charles Scheidler. Brandon Ian Martinez Mijangos. Jennifer Enriqueta Dominguez Lopez. Samuel Jeffrey McKinney. Emmett Alexander Giroux. Zachary Pollard Remo. Anthony Salvatore Hall. Ryan Edward Lapp. Brianna Marie Ross. Aaron Tyler Cole. Andrew James Burdick. Eugene Tyler Osatek. Vidad Padrug. Nicholas Lee Burrell. Noah Samuel Edidin. Grace Elizabeth Murrah. Lucas Floyd Brefka. Luke Michael Timmer. Kellen McLean Dunlap. Carlota Iarosi. Caitlin Grace Kaiser. Luke Christopher Winklaski. Nathan Ross Mulder. Matthew Riley Vance. Jaredon Brett Kempema. Kyle David Peterson. Maggie Jane Bentley. Paige Helena Montgomery. Toby Douglas Hayes. Caitlin Ann Steck. Olivia Lynn Walker. Kaylin Cummings. Finn Kelly Steenhagen. Margaret Grace Evely. Parker Daniel Graham. Caleb Dennis Vachon. Yamila Erica Regina Kosala. Ksenia Corbett. Jacob Isaiah Palmer. Alexander James Goodyear. Jordan Matthew Hybor. Anthony James Reynolds. Logan Michael Greer. Benjamin Joseph Unseld. Caitlin Joyce Rosenboom. Madison Marie Malone. Savannah Madison Stout. Patricia Gretchen Ann Alt. Alexis Nicole Carpenter. Cassandra May Baker. Cameron Joseph Moody. Angel Joseph Sansotera. Caitlin Elizabeth Auger. Annika Christina Veldhuis. Drew Michael Flack. Keith Kiptanoe Chemjor. Matthew Edward Carl Den Harteg. Braden Gary Reed. Benjamin Lee Peterson. Brian Thomas Brown. Alexis Lee Ransom. Kaylee Ann Marie Hamilton. Autumn Jessica Ray Bowie. Jacob Dylan Ancliffe. Mitchell David Bunning. Bruce Conrad Capon. Ethan Jacob Graybill. Alexander David Fowler. Evan Lane Shirley. Calvin Reese Kriska. Anthony Jared Rodriguez. Colin Joseph McLuhan. Chase Tyler Drogue. Caden Michael Russell. David Thomas Besaw. Alexander Jose Ercegosevich. Nicholas Joseph Gilmet. Chase Jeffrey Russell. Landon Michaela Teachout. Fletcher Thomas Huberts. Rebecca Eileen Rader. Jameson Levi Duarteis. Jameer Leon Darnell Lyons. Spencer Thomas Datama. Bolden Michael Parks. Cole Alexander Romano. Jose Alejandro Ortiz. Caden Robert Brown. Caitlin Elizabeth Klein. Jenna Irene Brewer. Joshua David Garner. Ashley Renee Hans. Dana Rose Caplione. Emily Elizabeth Caterberg Hansen. Itzel Angelica Flores Cirati. Christopher Frank Ramos. Alexis Michelle Johnson. James Minwang Wen. Benjamin Wen Wen. Gavin Michael Burns. Hunter James Sprick. Tyler Lee Wilson. Holly Noel Boyett. Reese Nicole Kerwacker. Jordan Lee Neuenhuis. Elisa Catherine Labarge. Caleb Michael Price. Devin Allen Swears. Jonathan Matthew Tubbs. Anthony Thomas Edwards. Justin Lee Sowers. Jaden Michael Hoytron. Lindsay Ann Gregorski. Emma Faye Gardner. Natalie Sue Bowes. Samantha Jane DeYoung. Riley Joe Runkle. Madison Tyler Osterink. Ashley Rose Jaglowski. Trinity Jean Wiesman. Erica Dayon Williams. Aubrey Taylor Wearsome. Clayton James Chase. Kelsey Janelle Parmalee. Dakaya Kathleen Weir. Berenice Ariana Varela. Logan Michael Perham. Isabella Nicole Lacari. Jayla Marie Tetro. Shelby Lee Loveland. Taylor Lynn Nicole Buter. Autumn Sue Patton. Allison Sean Collins. Ethan David Bach. Robert Lee Skidema III. Logan Xavier Smith. Gibrian Alacon Fernandez. Aya Izelda Veltman. Rania Kali Bush. Katerina Natalia Michnik.
Julia Catherine Crevier. Madison Lynn Crevier. Austin Michael Smith. Connor Scott Kraus. Corinne Lee Bush. Taylor Ray Busler. Carson Alexander Richard. Trenton Jonathan Kamstra. Michaela Sue Johnson. Lauren Elizabeth McCaddy. Haley Brielle Brower. Abigail Louise Knoll. Karen Huang Nguyen. Callan Ryan Martin. Katrina Ann Hull. Emily Faith Greisen. Calvin Charles Frederick Olson. Douglas Adriel Maldonado Torres. Felicia Luann Rocha Adams. Cubum Lynn An. Megan Louise Harrington. Jenna Lynn Brinks. Grayson Danielle Seagard. Anna Joy Otto. Adeline Ochoa. Autumn Marie Lita Donovan. Bryce Andrew Wright. Jacob Christopher Mabry. Mason Daniel Russo. Selena Marie Wheeler. Alexander Olson Light. Nathan David Mulca. Molly Ann Lallo. Dylan Jeffrey Shipman. Danquisha Lynn Hornberger. McKenna Alexis Dieterle. Ashley Jean Yeomans. Sydney Lynn Dragovich. Bryce David Williams. Taylor Suzanne Cross. Anna Louise DeGroot. Jason Ryan Blake. Tate William Peterson. Spencer Ryan Nautenbaum. Madison Lee Buck. Sophia K. Brefka. Emily Dawn Michelle Borden. Megan Elizabeth Hartley. Caitlin Joe White. Mary Catherine DeLuca. Camille Renee Shannon. Araceli Joanna Orozco. Hannah K. Steckety. Brianna Pearl Alexis Baugh. Macy Christine Batdorf. Ingrid Alejandra Perea Jamie. Emily Ann Riddle. Rebecca Jane Larson. Brianna Lee Adams. Julie Ann Haga. Jesse Scott Veldhaus. Andrew Joseph Tennant. Ashlyn Nicole Luke. Carson Lee Beacons. Caitlin Renee Crane. Tyler J. Hollenbeck. Israel Daniel Smith. Julian Carlos Trevino. Jacob Michael Fontaine. Joshua Lawrence Fontaine. Emma Grace Bielski. Loai Samir Ghanam. Griffin Allen Reinhardt. Brock Ryan Walker. Noah Alexander Atwell. Aiden Allen Harama. Ethan Edward Allen Haubrick. Jaden Austin Gorsh. Mackenzie Joe Corey. Morgan Ray Corey. Lindsay Rachel Kampanen. Emily Christine Sargent. Gabriel Isaac Owen. Luke Michael Armstrong. Mason Andrew Hill. Christian Michael Brucker. Madison Haley Forsman. Allie Taylor Hodges. Landon Matthew Pohl. Jake Matthew Paganelli. Elena Grace Sanchez. Renee Nadir Zatona. Alyssa Jean Van Dyke. Talita Luz Romo. Trevor Robert Dunn. Bryce Russell Gable. Kelsey Lee Schaefer. Fallon Shea Murphy. Ella Marie Falk. Darren Roy Flieger III. Carolyn Elizabeth Peterson. Tessa Grace Jerry. Alec William Kowalski. McKenna Marie Champagne. Madeline Marie Haight. Seth Michael Warren. Grace Marion Kaminsky. Alex Nathaniel Hawley. Jennifer Huang Tran. Hannah Noel Daney. Kayla Marie Tucker. Tori Renee Francis. Anna K. Hurley. Abigail Lynn Myers. Hannah K. Kinsler. Alexis Christine Dukeshire. Allison Janae Smith. Lydia Ann Coleman. Caitlin Sue Van Brott. Lena Rose Weller. Alyssa Susan Fauner. Jaden Taylor Bogard. Ryan Alexander Tsu. Dylan Christopher Calvin. Kiara Michaeline Kutsier. Jane Sharon Vredevog. Madison Lauren Frank. Gabrielle Simone Daney. Alicia Madeline Tran. Yatin Sareen. Emily Kathleen Berry. Bailey Noel Novak. Ian Andrew Curtis. Benjamin Robert DeGroot. Alexis Ann DeMar. Lucy Odell Van Dyke. Madeline Judith Remenap. Anna Lynn Gelfius. Amalia Elmira Gregorian. Jada Lynn. Grace Catherine Hookema. Aubrey Elizabeth Hookema. Eric Andres Marembo. Caleb Christian Gels McHale. Cameron May Casey. Nicole Elizabeth Ensing. Carter Delaney Gray. Carolyn Hope Lamb.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's please give them one more big round of applause. Class of 2019. Grandville Class of 2019, I want to personally thank you for what has been a wonderful school year. I have been so impressed by your leadership, your character, your unity, and yes, your humor. I will never look at the decision to close school for a snow day the same. You were very creative with your input, and for that, I thank you, and I promise I will never forget you. You have received so many words of wisdom from many esteemed people over the past few weeks, so I'll keep mine quick. Simply put, we love each and every one of you. We hope you take a piece of Grandville everywhere you go in life. And we know you'll do amazing things because you've already done amazing things. You have proven you are quite capable of that. Also remember, this is your home. We will always be here for you if you need anything. We'll be here to celebrate with you and all of your future successes, and at the same time, we'll be here for you should you come across any challenges. Today, you are graduates. But of course, remember, you are truly a bulldog for life. So, class of 2019, are you ready? Please stand. Turn your tassel from the right side to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2019 graduating class of Grandville Public Schools.